Hello dear children, welcome to maths class. Now we are coming to the next section, that is in page number 102, changing times. In this section we are discussing about half yearly compound interest and quarterly compound interest. What do you mean by half yearly compound interest? Half year. Half year means yes, half year means 6 months. Okay, half year means 6 months. That is, instead of interest, instead of every year, the interest is compounded in every 6 months. That is what we call half yearly compounding. Okay, half yearly compounding means instead of yearly compounding, the bank is computing the interest in every 6 months. Okay, half year means in every 6 months the interest is calculated. That means in a year 2 times interest is calculated. Okay, so in a year 2 times interest is calculated. Then in every 6 months interest is calculated. That is what we call half yearly compounding. Okay, then in 1 year, yes, in 1 year 2 times. Okay, 1 year 2 times interest is calculated. In 1 year 2 times interest is calculated. Then what about 1.5 year? Yes, in 1.5 years we know that, yes, 1.5 years or 1.5 years, we know that the interest is compounded, yes, 3 times. Okay, 1.5 year means 1.5 means 6, 3 6 months are there. Okay, 3 6 months are there. So in every 6 months interest is calculated. That means in 1.5 years interest is calculated, yes, 3 times. Okay, interest is calculated 3 times. Then can you tell in 2 years how many times the interest is calculated? Yes, in 2 years means yes, in 2 year, yes, in every 1 year 2 times is calculated. Interest is compounded 2 times. So in 2 years, yes, a total of 4 times interest is compounded. Okay, 4 times interest is compounded. So this is what we call half yearly compounding. Half yearly compounding means in every 6 months interest is compounded. Okay, then one more compounding is there, that is quarterly compounding. See here we wrote that. See here we have quarterly compounding. Quarterly compounding means what? That is in a year. Okay, quarter means what? Quarter means, yes, 1/4. That is what we call 1/4. So in quarterly compounding, the interest is compounded in, yes, every 3 months. Okay, interest is compounded in every 3 months. That is what we call, yes, quarterly compounding. In every 3 months interest is calculated. We know that 4 3 months are there in it, there in 1 year, right? 4 3 months, right? 4 into 3 12 months are there. A total of 12 months are there. So 4 quarters are there in a year. Okay, so quarterly compounding means, yes, in a year 4 times interest is calculated. Quarterly compounding. Quarterly compounding means interest is calculated, yes, in every 3 months. Okay, every 3 months. So in a year how many times interest is calculated? Yes, in a year, yes, 4 times interest is calculated. Okay, in a year 4 times interest is compounded. Then what about 1.5 years? Yes, in 1.5 years how many times interest is calculated? Yes, we know that in 1 year 4 times is interest is calculated, and in 0.5 year means half year. In half year, half means 6 months. 6 months means in 6 months 2 times interest is calculated. That is 6 is actually 3 into 2. So in every 3 months interest is calculated. Therefore in 1.5 years 6 times interest is calculated. Okay, 6 times interest is calculated. So these two are new method for calculating or compounding interest, that are half yearly compounding and quarterly compounding. Half year compounding means 6 months. In every 6 months interest is calculated, and quarterly compounding means in every 3 months interest is calculated. That is, in half year compounding, 1 year 2 times interest is calculated, and in quarterly compounding, in every 3 months interest is calculated. That means in 1 year 4 times interest is calculated. Okay, so this is the only difference. So we can make use of the very same equation, P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N for half yearly compounding and quarterly compounding. Okay, only the difference is the interest rate is, yes, interest rate for a year, yes, if for a year the interest is R, for a year interest is R. Okay, for a year interest is R, or in annual compounding if interest is R, then in half year compounding, okay, in half year compounding, the interest rate is, yes, interest is half of the rate of interest for the yearly compounding. Okay, half year interest is, yes, R by 2. Okay, half year compound interest rate is R by 2. So the interest rate become half of the interest rate of the annual compounding. Okay, that is, in a year if 8% is interest, then half year interest is only 4%. Okay, that is, if annual rate is, okay, if annual rate is 8%, then half year interest is 4%. Okay, that is, if annual rate is 8%, then half year interest is, yes, half year interest is 4%. Okay, half year rate is, yes, half of this one, that is, half year rate is 4%. Then what about quarter rate? Yes, quarter year rate is, yes, annual rate is 8, then quarter rate in half year, in a year 4 times interest is calculated. So the quarter rate is, yes, 8 by 4. Okay, quarter rate is equal to, yes, 8 by 2. What is 8 by 2? That is equal to, yes, 2%. Okay, so for a year interest is R, and half year the interest is equal to R by 2. Then what about the quarter interest? Yes, quarter interest is equal to, yes, R by 4. Okay, quarter interest is R by 4. Okay, quarter interest is R by 4. Okay, quarter interest is R by 4. That is, if annual rate is 8%, half year rate is equal to 4%, and quarter rate is equal to 2%. These are the difference in the rate of interest. Okay, so today we discussed half yearly and quarterly compounding. Half yearly compounding means in every 6 months interest is calculated. That means in 1 year 2 times interest is calculated. Quarterly means in every 3 months interest is calculated. That is, in a year 4 times interest is calculated. Okay, so if the annual rate of interest is R, okay, if the annual rate of interest is R, then the half year interest is R by 2, and the quarter interest is R by 4. Okay, that is, if annual rate is 8%, then half year rate is equal to 4%, and quarter rate is equal to 2%. Okay, so keep in mind this, and we can make use of the very same equation, P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N, to find the half yearly compounding and quarterly compounding. Okay, so this is the equation. Yes, what is the equation? A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. Okay, so if half year is, if the interest is compounded half, okay, we can make use of the very same equation to find the half year compounding and quarterly compounding, only the difference, the number of years is changing and the rate of interest become half and 1/4 according to half year or quarterly. Okay, so let us do some problems based on this idea. Okay. So here we have a question, that is, Arun deposited 5,000 rupees in a bank which compounds interest half yearly, and Mohan deposited the same amount in another bank which compounds interest quarterly. The annual rate of interest is 6% at both the banks. How much more would Mohan get after 1 year? Okay, here Arun and Mohan both are depositing the very same amount, 5,000 rupees, in a bank, and both banks giving 6% interest. Okay, then what is the difference between their compounding? Yes, that is, the difference in their interest is Arun got half year compound interest, whereas yes, Mohan got quarterly compound interest. Okay, so that is the difference between Arun and Mohan. So we need to calculate both the amount. Okay, after 1 year, what is Arun got and what is Mohan got. Okay, first we are going to find out the amount got by Arun. Okay. Okay, here we have, first we are going to find out the amount got by Arun. Okay, what is the amount deposited by Arun? Yes, the amount deposited by Arun is, yes, 5,000 rupees. Okay, so we are going to write that as P. Okay, here P is equal to, yes, 5,000 rupees. Okay, then what about the rate of interest? Yes, rate of interest R is equal to, yes, 6%. Okay, 6%. See here, Arun, what about Arun's compounding? Yes, Arun got, yes, half year compound interest. Half year compound interest. Okay, Arun got half year compound interest. Okay, so what about the half year rate? If yearly rate is 6%, what is half year rate? Yes, half year rate is equal to, half year rate, what is half year rate? Is half of the 6. What is that? Yes, that is equal to, yes, 3%. Okay, half year rate is 3%. Then what about the number of years here? Yes, n is equal to 1 year. Okay, we need to find out the amount after 1 year. So n is equal to 1 year. Then how many half years are there? That means interest is compounded 2 times. Okay, interest is compounded 2 times. So here in the case half year, yes, in half year, how many half years are there? Yes, half years, 2 half years are there. Okay, 2 half years. So now we can make use of the very same formula. P is equal to A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to n. Okay, let us substitute the values in the equation. We will get the amount after 1 year. Okay, so this is the equation. A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to n. Okay, now we are going to substitute these values in the equation. Then we have, yes, A is equal to, yes, A is equal to, what is P here? Yes, P is equal to 5,000 rupees. Okay, then what about the next that is 1 plus, what is the half year rate of interest? Half year rate of interest is equal to, yes, half year rate of interest is equal to, what is half year rate of interest? Half year rate of interest is equal to, what is that? Half year rate of interest is equal to 3%. That is 3 by 100. Okay, 3 by 100. 3 by 100. Then next is, yes, what is n here? Here 2 half years are there. So we can use n as 2. Okay, 2. Okay, raised to 2. Now we are going to write that, raised to 2. Okay, raised to 2. So we need to calculate this only, that is 5000 into 1 plus 3 by 100 the whole square. Okay, now as we did in the last problems, we are going to calculate this, that is 5000 into, yes, what about 1 plus 3 by 100? 1 plus 3 by 100 is equal to, yes, 1 plus 3 by 100 is equal to, yes, 1 into 100 100 plus 3 divided by 100. Okay, 100, yes, that is whole square. Okay, that is whole square. So that is equal to, yes, 1 plus 100 5000 into 100 plus 3 by 100 the whole square. Okay, now, yes, now we are going to calculate that also, that is A is equal to 5000 into, what about that 100 plus 3 by 100? That is equal to, yes, 100 plus 3 by 100 is equal to, yes, which is equal to 103 by 100, 103 by 100, yes, that is whole square. Okay, 103 by 100 the whole square. Okay, then what about that? Yes, that is equal to, A is equal to, yes, 5000 into 103 by 100 is equal to, yes, 1.03 the whole square. Okay, 1.03 the whole square, 1.03 the whole square, 5000 into 1.03 the whole square. Find out the value of 1.03 the whole square and multiply that with 5000, we will get the amount. Okay, so the amount is equal to 5304.5. Okay, so here the amount is 0.5, that is paise, 50 paise. So he has to pay, yes, amount is equal to 5305 rupees. Okay, that is amount or the amount got by Arun, half year compounding, the amount is equal to 5305. Then next we are going to find out the quarterly compounding of Mohan. Okay, let us do that. Okay, next is Mohan. Mohan's in the bank is giving quarterly compounding. So P is equal to 5000. And what about the rate of interest? Annual rate of interest is equal to 6%. Then what will be the quarterly compound interest? Yes, quarter rate is equal to, yes, we know that annual rate by 4 is the quarter rate. Okay, annual rate by 4 is the quarter rate, and n is equal to 1. Okay, n is equal to 1. Then how many quarters are there? Yes, we know that 4 quarters are there. So we can make use of the very same equation. A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to n. Then substitute these values, that is the rate is equal to 6 by 4, or we can write the 6 by 4 in simplified form, that is 2 by 3. Okay, 6 by 4 was equal to, yes, 2 by 3. Sorry, 3 by 2. 3 by 2. 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Then substitute these values in the equation. Then we have, yes, let us find out the values. Okay, substitute these values, that is P is equal to 5001. Then what is R? R is equal to, yes, 3 by 2. Okay, then one more 100 is there. So 3 by 2 into 100 raised to 4. Okay, now we are going to solve this. Yes, that is A is equal to 5000 into, yes, 5000 into 1 plus 3 by 2 into 100 is equal to 200. So we can use make use of the equation, yes, cross multiplication, that is 1 into 200 is equal to, yes, 1 into 200 is equal to 200. Yes, 200 plus 3 by 200. Okay, 1 into 200, cross multiplication method, 1 into 200 by 200, yes, raised to 4. Okay, that is equal to raised to 4. Now we are going to calculate this. Okay, that is raised to 4. Then what is 203 by 200? Yes, that is equal to, yes, A is equal to, yes, 5000 into, A is equal to 5000 into, yes, 200 plus 3 is equal to 203 by 200. Okay, 200. So we have A is equal to 5000 into 203 by 200 raised to 4. Okay, so first find out 203 by 200, then find its raised to 4. Raised to 4 means, yes, the same thing into 4 times. Okay, same thing into 4 times, and the value is, yes. Okay, the value is 5306 rupees 0.8. Okay, so 0.8, 8 means 80 paise. Oh, so 80 paise means, yes, the bank, the bank gave us 1 more rupees for that. Okay, instead of that 80 paise, the bank is giving a round of 1 rupees. Okay, so that is 5307 rupees. Okay, 5307 rupees. So what is the difference in their interest? Yes, the first one got 5305, and whereas the second one got 5307. Okay, only 2 rupees difference. Okay, that means Mohan got 2 rupees more from the second bank. Okay, so the first question is over, and see children, here we have a second question. Okay, second question, a person took out a loan of 16,000 rupees from a bank which charges interest compounded quarterly. The annual rate of interest is 10%. How much should he pay back after 9 months to settle the loan? Okay, here annual rate is 10%, as interest is compounded quarterly, but 9 months only. Okay, so keep in mind 9 months means 3 months are there. Okay, so here n is equal to 3, and the rate of interest is equal to 10 by 3, and the amount is equal to 16,000. Okay, so do that as a homework. So that much only for today children. Thank you.